Welcome back to augmented reality. My name is Thomas and you're watching VoodooDE VR. Today I can finally present to you my review of the Nreal Light Mixed Reality headset. With this glasses you can use augmented and virtual reality connected to a smartphone. This is an Oppo Find X3 Pro connected to the Nreal Light, and in this review I will show you the hardware, the setup, some apps, some stuff through the lens, and of course the price and my opinion about this device. Thank you so much to the Deutsche Telekom. They sent the Nreal Light and the Oppo Find X3 Pro to me so that I can show you a review. Thank you to my sponsors, VoodooDE VR, Opperman Events, Peter Vars, My Virtual Escape, and Adams Group. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go!
VoodooDE.
Okay guys, and here we are, and let's just start with the design of this glasses. I will put it on my head, and as you can see, that looks pretty cool. So I can go to my friends and say, look at this, this is a total cool sunglasses, but it's also in a mixed reality headset. So it looks cool, yeah. I must say the design is really cool. And yeah, of course, when you look here, it's really thick, so you cannot compare it to real sunglasses. It's much thicker, of course, and stuff. But for the design, it's really good, and also the quality. I must really say the material quality is nearly perfect. It doesn't feel cheap. It's just really good quality. I would think when I drop it a lot of times it won't break. I will not try it, but I think it could stand it. Also, it's a real good material quality. It feels high quality, I can tell you. So, but there's one thing that I don't like. So when you wear it, your skin is absorbing some fat, and you will see that here on the headset. And that doesn't look good. It looks ugly. And when I give it to my friend, he says, well, how does it look? It's ugly. It's disgusting or whatever. And this is not good. I mean, there's a cleaning cloth included where you can clean it, but the material is not good for skin contact, I would say. However, guys, from design, I really love it. Let's talk about the comfort. So when you put it on your head, you would you would suggest, yeah, that's cool. That's the sunglasses. Of course, it's comfortable. It's just the sunglasses. But when you wear it like 5 minutes, I mean, I had it on my head like 1 hour. And I can tell you, it's really, it feels heavy. It's only 116 gram, but it feels heavy because the weight is only on these two small pieces. The main weight is at the front, and it pushes here. This is the only contact here on this both points here on my nose, and it pushes here, and I really feel that here, and I have some red markers here after wearing it 10 minutes, and you feel the weight on your nose, and that's a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, it's not unusable. It's fine. You can play even 2 hours with that, but you feel it, and you will see some red markers here on your nose after that. That's what I noticed. As I said, the weight is 116 gram. The length of the cable is 1 meter 25. Yeah, it has USB connector. I will tell you how to connect it. And yeah, for the comfort, it's fine, but it's definitely not perfect. In the Nreal Light, there are 2 cameras here and here that scans the environment, so you can use mixed reality stuff. And the tracking is also with these 2 cameras. There are also 2 microphones included. This is here and here, 2 microphones. And also 2 sound slots here and here. Yeah, so you can use that. With the two cameras, you have 6 degrees of freedom tracking, so the headset doesn't only recognize like a roll, pitch and stuff. It also recognizes the position in the room. 6 degrees of freedom tracking, and that's pretty cool. So you can place some stuff at the wall and it stays there. Even when you move around, it stays on one place. And that's cool, the tracking does work. Also, there's an accelerometer, gyroscope, light sensor and proximity sensor included. And the light sensor is at the front, it regulates the brightness. The proximity sensor is here. When you put the headset on your head, then the display is activated, and that's pretty cool. So then the next thing is how to set up. So you will need a so-called Nebula account. That means you will download from the Google Play Store the Nebula app from Nreal, and there you have to register an account. You need your name, your email address, birth date, and also country and your IPD. So you will set up the software IPD in the app, and the range is from 52 to 78 millimeters. And this is a huge range. It should cover most settings here for our IPD. The eye distance, and I think that's a good thing. Of course, it has no mechanical IPD. It's just software IPD, but I have an IPD of 60 and I have absolutely no problem with that. I didn't feel cross-eyed or something not sharp or whatever. That was not a problem. So the next thing is, the next really huge problem, and for me it's a no-go, but it will change soon. But for now, at the time I do this review, there's only one smartphone that works with the Nreal Light. And this is at least in Europe, in US, it's just not clear what smartphones is support. In Europe, it's only the Oppo Find X3 Pro. And this smartphone is really expensive. It's something from 900 to 1,100 euro. This is a lot. I'm not sure. I think in dollars it would be $1,200 or whatever. And that is really bad thing, because for myself, I have a Google Pixel 4 XL, and this is a good smartphone. It was also very expensive, and I expect that I can use the Nreal Light with my Google Pixel. And it doesn't work with any other smartphone than the Oppo Find X3 Pro. When I connect my Google Pixel, it doesn't even download the app because it says your smartphone is not supported, and that's really bad. So for somebody who has the Oppo Find X3 Pro, this is cool. But to be honest, I'm very sure that even most people didn't even ever heard the name Oppo. Even me. I heard the name Oppo the first time when I read about the Nreal Light. So I think, what the heck is an Oppo phone? This is an Oppo phone. But when somebody has another smartphone like me, the Google Pixel or whatever, or a Samsung smartphone, I will never ever buy another $1,000 smartphone just to use the Nreal Light headset. Nobody will do that. At least 99% of people, I would say. And this is a really negative point, but they said they will definitely support other smartphones soon. So I really hope that my Google Pixel will be supported soon, and also Samsung smartphones, and I hope even iPhones. I have no idea, because iPhones have no USB-C, but perhaps there will be an adapter or whatever. So that's it. You need the Oppo Find X3 Pro for now. Just check the description. If it will change, if other smartphones will be supported, I will put it in the description below. After that, you open the Nebula app, and then you connect the USB-C to the Oppo phone, like this. And then it will open the guide, and it will do some updates then. A lot of updates. And also, that's what I definitely noticed you need a lot of permissions. Your smartphone will ask you like 7 permissions, like your contacts, access to your phone, access to camera, access to microphone, access to the data of the head of the smartphone, a lot of stuff. You have to accept that, because otherwise it won't work. And that's a lot of permissions. So be sure that you understand what you permit there. After that, you will get into a user guide, and there you will see how that works. So if your Oppo phone is connected, then your Oppo phone or your smartphone will be your controller. So it will show a little laser pointer where you can select stuff with a tap of the touch screen then. And yeah, so your smartphone is your controller. They also tell you how to reset this laser pointer ray. So you have a ray here that points at the direction you want to click something. But to be honest, you have to reset it very, very often. So after even 30 seconds or sometimes even less, then you have to reset it again so it points in the right direction. It's very easy. You just hold the home button and then it's reset. But it's annoying to do that a lot of times. I hope they will fix it a little bit. After that, you need to set up the display correct, and you will do that with the nose parts here. I showed that already in the unboxing. There are 4 different nose parts, and you have to check every nose part. For me, it's the blue one. Just put it here, and then you have some, I would say, some edges. And if you don't see them, you have the wrong part. So just check another one until you see all the edges of the screen, and then you can continue. After that, the app will explain you how to use the main menu, the home menu, how to place screens, how to add some apps and stuff. And yeah, that's how the setup is. And then you can check out what you can do with the Nreal Light. Okay guys, and here we are in the menu. As you can see, I'm here in an apartment. Before you ask, no, this is not my apartment. And yeah, I placed the menu here. We have our smartphone here. I hope you can see it in the screen now, because it's recording the apartment. So I have my smartphone here in my hand, and as you can see, we have a laser pointer here that's attached to our smartphone. And if you want to recalibrate it, we have to push the home button. Zack, and then it's recalibrated. Unfortunately, we have to do this very often because the tracking of the smartphone laser pointer is off very often, and that's perhaps they will fix that a little bit, but you have to recalibrate it very often. But it works easy. Just hold it here for 2 seconds and then it's recalibrated. So this is the menu. You can open and close this with a single tap of the home button on the smartphone, and you can see here time, date, and Wi-Fi, battery. Then we can change the sound, brightness, and the follow mode. We can attach it directly to our movement here. And yeah, perhaps as you can see, the tracking is better than other augmented reality headsets. It stays in place when I move around here. Look at this. It stays in place. It shakes a little bit, but I think this is the technology of augmented reality is not so perfect. It will take another years to so that it's really perfect. But for me, this is really cool. I cannot complain. I tried much worse headset. Even when I shake my head very fast, it stays here. Of course, it stutters a little bit around, but it stays in place, and that's really, really cool. So first thing is we have our menu buttons here. It's in groups like browser, social media, video, tools, productivity, and group. Sorry, everything is in German, but I will translate it for you. And if you want to add more apps or remove more apps, just click on the plus button here, and then we can, if you don't need something, we can pull it back here, like the calendar or whatever. You can pull it back and then click on OK. And yeah, if you want to use an app now, just hold it like Gmail and pull it, push it, sorry, and then pull it somewhere you want to see it. So here's my Gmail. This is Eric Hartley. He wrote me something on Twitter, so I got an email about this. So place it here, and then if you want to resize it, push this button here, and then you can make it bigger by sliding your smartphone here. And let's make it bigger. And here it is. So we can read our emails. We can even write emails here. So go on this. And then we need our smartphone for pushing the buttons. So let's write hello here. And then here we are. So we can send it here. And that's pretty cool. And our Gmail app stays on this spot. It doesn't move away, even if we look somewhere else and then look back, it's there. And we can have up to 3 apps at the same time. So let's place another app, open the menu again with the home button. And then, for example, Chrome. Chrome, we want Chrome here. And then resize it if you like this. And here's the browser, so we can go somewhere, we can just do everything here. It's just a test homepage here on German, and then you can use all the stuff here. You can slide around with your smartphone here. And when you look back on the other side, our Gmail is still here. Look at this. We can go very close here. We can move around, and we can go here. We can read some papers here. We can sit here on the chair like this here. And then still here's the Chrome app, and that's so cool. We can stand up. We can even drink a coffee here. And let's place another app. For example, YouTube. Push it here. Resize it. And then we can watch YouTube. Look at this. We can, of course, go for full screen here. And then here, while we even can edit our email, we can still watch the video here if we look there. And behind us, there is still the Chrome browser. And that's so cool. And it stays in place. It stays in place. It stays always there. The Nreal Light recognizes your room and then places the app where they were, and that's really cool. Sorry, the sound is not recorded with this utility. I can hear it, but you will not hear it during my record. Sorry for that. So let's open the menu again. Here is the menu. If you want to collect all the apps here, click on collect, and then you have them here. You can close them or place them again somewhere else. I will close them for now. And yeah, that's how you handle the menu. It's really cool. You can do everything. If you want to have more apps here that you can add, just install them on your smartphone via the Google Play app, for example, WhatsApp, or you can do everything here. Sometimes apps like Netflix, they are only available in the mirror mode because of copyright reasons. And yeah, so this is how the apps work. And of course, there are also games and apps. Unfortunately, the record function does not record the apps when I start them. That's really bad. I really wanted to show you the apps in this style here, but it doesn't work. I cannot record it. During I tell you what apps that are, I will try to film through the lens, but I am not sure if I can do this. You will see that perhaps now when I talk about this. So, for example, Ghost Hunter, this is a demo of a shooter app. You will see some ghosts flying in your apartment, and you have to shoot them with your smartphone, and they get damaged then, and it's getting harder and harder. There are coming more ghosts and more ghosts. And then we have Nreal Tower. For this, we need to print out a paper. This is the paper here. This is the so-called marker. We have to scan it, and then the environment will be placed on this spot. And then you can see a small landscape, and here you can shoot with your smartphone at the waves of the enemies. That's cool. Then we have, for example, 4Glow. And this is an app where we can place some stuff on the table. It's like 4 winds. I still don't understand how to start it, but you can do it as a tracking test because it stays in place. That's pretty cool. And there's also the Magenta VR app from Deutsche Telekom. Unfortunately, it's not compatible for now with the Nreal Light, but it will come soon, and then you will be able to watch 360 degrees and 3D videos with the Nreal Light. You can watch out all the Magenta VR stuff. That's cool. And then we have some stuff from the developer kit. There is an app where you can see a cat. You can see it, and also some some cool movies you can see on your desk or whatever. There is a robot or other stuff that you can see. These are demos. And also there is a really cool globe, augmented reality globe created by Eric Hartley. You can walk around this globe and watch it from all sides, and that's also pretty cool. Yeah, so there are more and more apps incoming here, and to be honest, it looks very good. The style is pretty cool. And what's also available, I can place the Gmail again here, is the virtual reality mode. So what you're gonna do is just place this plastic piece in front of the Nreal Light, and then as you can see, everything is black, and you have the virtual reality mode. And I didn't expect that, but it really looks good. Everything is dark in the background, and you can use it as virtual reality. Only problem is the cameras are covered, and that means you cannot it's not really tracked very good then. But to be honest, it's a cool mode. Of course, it's not like other VR headsets. I can see my whole environment because it's only glasses, but it's cool. So, and when you remove it, the tracking is there again. So yeah, it's just a small plastic piece that you can cover and enter the VR mode. So guys, I think that's really good. For the display, it's really sharp. I can see everything very clear. For me, this is the best augmented reality display and tracking that I've seen for now. I tried other VR headsets like the Realmax Kian or the Dream Glass, and they all suck, to be honest. But this is a cool augmented reality headset. I really hope there will be more apps incoming, but for now I can recommend it. It's really cool. So guys, I think we've seen a lot of stuff. So the hardware, the setup, the menu, some games, and I think it's time to get to a conclusion. So let's go back to the studio and talk about it. Okay guys, and now you've seen a lot of stuff about the Nreal Light. I hope I could show it to you. It's not so easy to film through the lens and stuff, but I think I could show you how good the quality is, and how good the tracking is, and the comfort, and some apps and stuff, the setup. And I think we could come to a conclusion now. I will list some pro and contra arguments about the headset. Let's start with pro. So for the design and comfort, when you see the weight of the glasses, it's just really awesome. It's a cool design. It looks like a normal sunglasses nearly, and it's just amazing how much technology is in this small room of the glasses, and it's cool. So even if you wear glasses, they're prescription, then there is a small adapter that you can bring to your eye doctor, and he can prepare some prescription lenses for you. So this is also no problem. Then for the setup, it's just easy. Just install the Nebula app, make an account, put it in the smartphone, and then it just works. It's really easy. Everybody can do this. Then the display itself from the Nreal Light is really good. It looks sharp. You can read every text, and even in bright rooms, then it adjusts the brightness itself. It looks absolutely clear. And for the field of view, I mean, it's an augmented reality headset. You can never compare it to a Pimax VR headset or Index VR headset. The field of view is, of course, much smaller than with a virtual reality headset. But for an augmented reality headset, it's a really huge field of view. I can see, I mean, there are the edges of the screen like here somewhere, but you can see everything. It's just no problem. So for the field of view, I'm happy with that, to be honest. For the performance, there's also no problem. I never had any problems with the performance, some freezes or some stutters, never. It's just a really good performance. But of course, it depends on your smartphone. For now, it's only available with one smartphone, at least in Germany or in Europe. And very good is also the tracking of the headset itself. I tried a lot of other augmented reality headsets like the Real Max Key, that totally sucked with the tracking, but the Nreal Light is really good. So even when you walk into another room, you shake around, you turn around, you come back to the room, and everything is in place where you put it on the wall, and that's great. Of course, when you shake your head very fast, then it moves a little bit. But you will never do this in augmented reality. You will never shake your head. There's no reason to do that. So it stays in place, and the tracking for an augmented reality headset or glasses is really good. So, as you can see, this is cool pro arguments, but let's check out the contra arguments. I also listed the comfort at the contra arguments. Why? For me, I have a special nose, as it seems. I need the smallest adapter included, and even with this one, sometimes the view is a little bit too much down, and also it hurts here on my nose a little bit after 5 minutes or whatever, and so I have to list this under the negative arguments, the comfort. But I know that people, I tried this with another person, they have no problems with that. They just choose the third adapter and everything is fine. So it really depends on the shape of your nose and your head again. For me, it was also a little bit problematic that the glasses slided down a little bit when I looked down during the gameplay or whatever. So I had to adjust it again a little bit on my eyes. But for other people, this is no problem. So it's very individual here. The next negative thing for me, and this is the most negative thing, the only negative thing that I really dislike with this headset, it's the tracking of the smartphone controller. So as you've seen, we have the laser pointer, and we have to readjust it very often with the home button, because the laser pointer is not going straight, it's going sometimes here in another direction, and that's bad. Especially when you play games or when you start apps, then you also have the home button, but the home button is for the menu of the game or to leave the game. I didn't find any way to adjust the laser pointer inside an app. It just didn't work. So when you start a game with the tracking, like pointing in another direction, during the whole gameplay you have to hold your smartphone like this so that the laser pointer is going straight, and that's really bad. It's really bad, so they have to fix that. I don't like the tracking of the smartphone laser pointer. That's the worst thing of the Nreal Light. But it's not even the Nreal Light. I mean, it's the tracking of the smartphone. So I don't know. And the next bad thing is the tracking in VR mode, because when you cover the Nreal Light with this plastic that comes with the headset, then the cameras are covered as well, and then the tracking is really bad, because it only uses the gyro sensor and magneto sensor, or whatever the name is, and then the display is moving around a little bit, and that's pretty bad because then you cannot get a tracked picture very good, and that's also not so good in the VR mode. And the next thing that I listed on negative is the sound, but of course we have this little slots here. It's like with all the headsets that have this small slot here, like the Quest as well, and the Rift S, and all these headsets that only have this one here, they don't have a powerful sound or the best sound ever. You cannot compare it with the Valve Index that have this really cool over-ear headset. It doesn't work so good. So that's why I have to list this on the Contra. I mean, you can hear everything, it's not a problem, but it's not the most powerful sound, of course. The next negative thing is, of course, the apps. Yeah, there are not many apps for now. Really, everything I showed you, that's nearly everything you can do. I mean, special apps that are designed for the Nreal Light. That's what I mean. There are not much. Some small games, some small apps that you can try, but everything is. It looks like a demo version of everything. And of course, this is not enough, but there will be some more apps incoming for that. So this is gonna filled with some more apps. For other apps, for other standard apps that you can already use with your smartphone, like all the social media stuff, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and browser and stuff, calendar, you can use it without problems. You can pin it somewhere and it works just great. Even writing some stuff, you can even work with this thing and it works really good. So for the standard apps that you just pin on the wall, it works really, really good. Also, watching YouTube videos is a lot of fun with that. So, by the way, this is all the contra arguments. So as you can see, this is a really good headset. I love it. The hardware itself, it's really good when you compare it to other augmented reality headsets. I love it. And the problem now is I have to list that on Contra as well. You can only use it with one smartphone. For now, at least here in Germany, it's only the Oppo Find X3 Pro. And that's a really huge problem at the moment because I, for myself, I have a Pixel 4 XL and an iPhone. And with both of the headsets, it doesn't work with the Nreal Light. If you connect it, it says your smartphone is not supported. And this is a thing, I would say 99% of you don't have the Oppo Find X3 Pro or even less. And the problem now is nobody will buy another $1,000 smartphone only for the Nreal Light. Not many people will do that, and that's a really big problem. But there will be some other smartphones supported in the future, so this will be fixed. I hope at least, and then you can use it with other smartphones as well. But for now, I really have to list this on the Contra. For the next thing is, how can you buy it? You cannot buy it. You cannot buy it when you're just watching from US or UK or Australia or Canada. You will not be able to buy it for now. It's only available in South Korea, Japan, and Germany. What the heck? Something is available in Germany and not in the rest of the world. I've never seen this before. Normally it's the other way around. But whatever, you have to wait a little bit. And I can also not tell you which smartphone is supported in your country. For example, in the United States, I don't know. But as soon as I know, I will write it in the description below. So check it out. If you watch this review a few months later or whatever, then perhaps there is something in the description below. So all in all, I would say in Germany, it's $800, 800 euro. So it's not cheap, of course, but when you compare it to the HoloLens 2, it's much cheaper and not the HoloLens 2 is not better. Yeah, so this is really cool. I think it's not too expensive, but when you see the availability of the apps, there are only some apps, then I think it's too expensive for now. But of course, this will change. There will be a lot of more apps. And then I think for the really good hardware, for the really good design, the quality, I think it's worth the price when you compare to other augmented reality headsets. It's just a really good augmented reality headset. I love the Nreal Light. I already loved it when I tried it in the prototype on the CES in Vegas, and now I can confirm it's even better than before. So me, for myself, I can recommend the headset, but for now it's only for people that want to try some cool tech stuff. It's not something that you really need. It's just a good to have thing to play around a little bit with augmented reality, and only for the people that can afford it, that have 800 bucks for something to play, and then it's good. But for all other people that really need that want to work with that don't have much money, I would wait a little bit. So, guys, I hope you liked the review. If yes, give me a thumbs up. If you want to support me and see more cool stuff on Patreon and YouTube membership, only $1 per month, you get behind the scenes videos and early access to my videos. Would be really great if you could help me a little bit. That would be cool. So guys, give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya.
VoodooDE